Choconnichi. Wait. Okay, cool. I remember this song. Choconnichi wa bitches. It's Choco Minato flavors forgetful and fanatic. And if you will excuse the dread presentation of this, because I had plans fell through, and whatever. I want to welcome you all to the enterbrain encephalon expansion experiment EX, because I tried this before and it fucking sucked, so I want to try this again. And before I start with this, and before I start a little bit with the, well, let me get rid of this chocolate thing. I don't really need it just yet. Actually, I should get to the cuppa. Let me get to the cuppa. There we go. Alright, I gotta get rid of the ticker too. Where's the ticker? There it is. Turn that off. Okay. I could play it. Actually, you know what? I'll play it. You know what I'll do? I'll play... what was it called? Just as some bit of background noise. Yeah, Noah, here we go. Yeah, I love this song. Okay, so a little bit whimsical, a little bit bittersweet. I like it. Really good bass line, but that's not what you're here for. Maybe, I don't know. Welcome to the enterbrain encephalon expansion experiment. So, wrong button. Okay. Okay, so fuck, what do I start here? You know what? Don't worry about it. So you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. So the first big project, I didn't actually do it, but like one of the initial reasons why I wanted to pick up VTubing, well, streaming, but also VTubing in particular. There are a couple of things, right? I guess this could also be like a New Year's resolution stream. I guess this can also kind of be like a New Year's resolution stream on top of the first episode of E5, right? But because I'm grateful that I never actually said aloud what my plan was yesterday. Because yesterday, after I finished up the Parasite Eve stream, I had an idea of like, oh, okay, I'll end the Parasite Eve stream, and then I'll take like a break for like a half hour, maybe 2 hours, right? And then I'll do a midnight, a New Year's countdown stream. I never actually said I was gonna do the countdown stream, but that's was my idea, and that's why I kind of left it ambiguous as to whether or not I was actually gonna stream after the Parasite Eve stream, because I didn't know if I was gonna make it. I didn't know if I was gonna make it, which I didn't. So good on me for actually having enough of foresight to actually do that. Or else with the curse would have gained power rolling into the new year. But since that was technically last year, I don't have to worry about it this year. Now, to be fair, yes, time kind of, well, not time doesn't exist. Our perception of time doesn't exist, right? But yeah, whatever. I don't want to get into that. So, when I first started Choco Minato, right? I wanted, and the reason why I did this, I branded myself as a fighting game streamer. Not a pro one, because I'm not pro at any level. No, I'm not pro at any level. I just like them, and I've played them long enough that I've amassed not a muscle memory, but I've internalized specific concepts of how fighting games work, how they function, and I'm able to transfer game to game to game and do not well, but play at a basic level without any training or whatsoever, because, well, fighting games are a genre, and there are things that are shared between genres from game to game to game that you're able to just kind of intuit, right? But anyway, there's not a lot of fighting game streamers, right? And I thought I heard something. Guess not. Okay. So there's not a lot of fighting game streamers, right? And I wanted to be one because that's a niche I can fill, right? Maybe not well, because I'm not a former tournament player. I'm not that good at them. I'm a little bit, but not too particularly knowledgeable about them. But I am friends with people that are, so I could use them as I could go to them for a little bit of fact checking for things that I can't research on my own, or to point me in directions of specific information hubs that I wouldn't be able to find on my own, right? Anyway, fighting games VTuber is a niche that I wanted to fulfill, and then Street Fighter 6 blew up and was like, oh, fuck. Well, anyway, what was I talking about? Right, so, yeah, that's why even though I haven't been living up to my, is it really a nickname? Is it a title? I guess it's a title. Even though I haven't really living up to my title as the fighting fanatic, I am going to I'm trying to find the word, but fuck it. I'm taking too long. I'm going to focus more on actually playing fighting games this year. Now, I'm not a professional by any means, so if you're looking for that, I'm the wrong person to watch. But I want to get back into. I haven't really properly sat down and like really just labbed a fighting game in so long. I've been collecting a lot of different fighting games. I've been working on my let's see here. Can I pull it up here? Hold on a second. Hold up a second. Let me pull this up. Okay. There it is. Okay. Let me pull this up real quick. Because I sometimes forget that the stream can't see what I'm looking at, so. Okay, so I had Maloney's background, don't worry about it. So this here, as you were able to see, is a roulette wheel. And what you're not able to see is how many fucking things are on it. I checked, there's 190 games, individual games, that are on this wheel. Some are sequels, some are expansions, but that's not the point. All of these are for a fighting game engine that was released in 2002. Some of these are for a fighting game engine that was released in earlier than that. Some of these are Fighter Maker 95 games, which I think was released in 98, I believe. But most of these are Fighter Maker 2 games, which are the engine released in 2002. But it is still being used to this day to make fighting games. And it's not as noticeable because fighting games outside of colossal hits like Tekken and Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, right, Smash, Brawlhalla, I guess, considering how large that game is, at least in terms of its cash bonuses, right? Fighting games are as popular as they can get. They're niche, all things considered, right? And thing is that there is an entire subculture that has not spread. That's incorrect word. I guess you could say evolved. There is an entire subculture that has evolved around the use of this engine, much like RPG Maker, shooting game makers, dating sim maker, pixel game maker. Like, okay. And I want to show more people that because I think this shit's really cool. I think that, how do I say this? I truly believe that this engine and like games that are made on this engine and like games that are made on these game engines in general are like kind of the last bastion of flash game, not flash game subculture. There is a very specific vibe to indie games of the past back when they were all flash games, right? And I feel like fighter maker games like this, RPG maker games that are crowding Steam, right? Kind of low. I'm not gonna say low effort. I don't know how much effort it takes to actually make an RPG maker game, and I don't really care all that much. But the very specific RPG maker slappa that's on Steam, right? And I'm not gonna play most of these games. I might not play any of them, but it's comforting to know that even after all these years, that subculture of the internet is still there. Fighter game maker doesn't really have something like that. It's an incredibly niche subculture of an already niche subculture. Like there's like multiple layers to this fucking lasagna here that we're going down when I'm going through these games, right? Some of them I can't even say that. I was gonna say I'm sure some of them appears public consciousness, but I genuinely don't know if that's true. I talk about Vanguard Princess a lot, but I don't know if that game actually appears public consciousness. I like to think that it did, but I have no idea, honestly. Because I only ever hear from it from other people that are also into fighting games and are kind of on like the more niche side of things, right? People that like to scrape the barrels for like fighting games. So maybe it didn't, and I've been lying to myself this whole time. Wouldn't be the first. But to re-rail this conversation, right? There are two reasons why I'm doing this right now, right? Why Choco Minato is showing you this wheel of almost 200 games. That is not curated, by the way. I forgot to curate this list when I was making it because I had to remake it because the old one was outdated. So this is a new list. I forgot to curate it. I'm gonna have to curate this because there's like at least 20, maybe 30 games that I will have to remove because they'll get me fucking either one, they're derivative. They're too derivative of games that are already on this list, or B, they are just straight up porn games that will get me banned. But it's on the engine, so I put them in there just to flex how large my collection is. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie about that. But railroading this conversation back, there are two reasons why I'm doing this right now. Why I am Choco Minato, why I am the flavors finding fanatic, and why I'm doing this. Number one is I want to show off games that I think are cool. And while some games on here are unquestionably terrible, I think they're all cool because I feel like the standard effort and quality that goes into a fighter mecha game is higher than that of a Mugen game. Mugen kind of descended into like Mugen devolved into a shitpost pretty fast, right? No one's gonna deny that. I don't know why. Maybe it's due to the fact that Mugen games cannot legally be sold. It is a freeware engine, and Mugen games cannot legally be sold. So maybe that added to it. I don't know. Whereas Fighter Maker was a product that was for sale, and people that make fighting maker games put them up for sale, and maybe that kind of like makes the standard of quality a bit higher. I don't know specifically, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm repeating myself, much like the wheel that goes round and round and round and round, never truly stops. Yeah. So Right. Number one, I want to show off cool games that I like. Mostly fighting related, but as this last year has shown us, some of them are not fighting related. Most of them are not fighting related because I've been kind of like, I've been keeping tabs on fighting games that I want to stream in the background, and I've been getting a bit content brain about, I could play this, but I should stream it for content, right? That whole fucking thing, and I don't like feeling that way, or I don't like forcing myself to not play a game I would want to play because I can make a stream out of it, right? I'm doing that, and I have to stop doing that. That's one, and number two, right? The reason why I'm doing all this. The reason why I am Choco Minato, FlaVR Speak Up a Fighter Fanatic, and I'm showing you this wheel, is, well, this one's less relevant with the game to do itself, and this one is like, if we're going into a little bit into the belated New Year's resolution stream, and it's that I started streaming because I want to get better at talking, right? You would never be able to tell. You would never be able to fucking tell. But when I was a little kid, when I was a little tyke, when I was a little shithead, cum brain tyke, I talked all the time. You couldn't pay me enough to fucking shut up. But you get older, you get more distant. Sometimes you say the wrong thing and get popped in the mouth, right? Things happen, right? And I learned very, very quickly that I should keep my mouth shut. And over time, that grew into a resentment for talking at all. So now I'm trying to... I'm getting a bit too into it. Basically, I just want to get better at talking in general. And I figured that talking to this void that I am pretending are other people is I guess we can call it a confidence building exercise, I guess. I'm not gonna lie. I after the stream, I'm not gonna lie. After yesterday's stream, I drank some more of the bourbon, and I fucking passed out. I'm not even gonna lie. So my brain is in a mush right now. I woke up at like fucking noon. So I've been a little bit irresponsible today. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I'll be honest with you guys. So my brain is in a fog right now as I'm desperately trying to remember how to talk in real time. Oh, hey Chris Tully, Choconnichi, bitch, how you doing? This is the wheel. This is the... I still haven't fully decided how often I want to do these streams. It is definitely going to be at least twice a week. I've gotten that. I want to do that at the very least. But like which specific days or all that, I haven't figured that out yet. And even though it's twice a week, I don't even know when. Like maybe it can be a weekend thing, or I don't know, like a Monday, Wednesday thing. Like I don't know. And like if I roll a game, do I roll every game in that series like I did with 8 Marbles last year for like a 10-hour fucking stream, or do I just do the individual game and then like, oh, it ran it on the sequel to that game, oh, I can talk about both these in together. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go along. I've spent so long. Look at this wheel. Look at this wheel. I've spent so long spinning my wheels.
Chris_Tully
literally and metaphorically spinning my wheels on how I want to handle this.
2026
and it all amounted to fucking nothing. I realize it's, if I spend any longer debating on how I'm going to handle this, I'm just not going to end up doing it. And
Chris_Tully said Choco currently rolling the D100.
I'm tired of my little personal projects just failing to get off the ground because I felt like it wasn't ready to show off, right?
Chris_Tully said get out the magnifying glass to see your result.
I'll figure it out as I go. Joker rolling the D100. Oh no, this isn't a D100. This is a D190. There are almost 200 individual games here, some of which are sequels or revisions of other games. Some of these are like little like test games.
At Benzene Point
Some
1
of
said
these are
Happy
just
New
kind
Year
of,
everyone tilde.
Going to get deleted because they're boring. This is really just to show off like just how many individual games I have for this engine alone.
At Chris_Tooley said we gonna be here till 2027.
Nah. Okay, if I were able to like. Okay, so keep in mind, right? These are the games that I have
be here
that
till
work.
2027.
Right? Some games I have don't work at all. Or there's some sort of error, they don't load properly, or they crash on startup. So there are a couple of games that I have, a good number of games that I have, that I still have the zips for that just don't function properly. Right, so there's those. If I feel like if I, even if I, no, maybe. I feel like if I got every individual zip file working, like properly, I could legitimately stream one game, one of these per day for a whole year. Unfortunately, it's gonna be like, maybe like, if I'm doing this bi-weekly, it'll probably like last 3 months. Maybe I should do it like once a week. It could be like a little, you know what, I'm moving it down to once a week. I could do it once a week. Because here's the thing, right? If I clear a game, or rather, if I play a game that's on this wheel, right? That frees it up for me to just play it as a normal stream. So some of these will be played multiple times. Like Vanguard Princess, that will play
perpetual
multiple times,
motion wheel. Homer Simpson. In this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics.
We obey the laws of thermodynamics. Nah, this wheel is just metaphorical of fuck. Give me a second here. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, it's gone. The wheel is a little bit symbolic, right? Like I said, I've been spinning my wheels all last year about how to handle E5, right? The enterbrain encephalon expansion experiment EX, right? I've been spinning my wheel all last year figuring out how to do this. So this is a quite but anyway, no, I'm just gonna freeball this shit, man. I'll figure it out as I go. Because at the end of the day, what E5 was supposed to be about was just me showing off cool shit that I like, right? Nothing more, nothing less. Me trying to make it more than that made me lose sight of the project. And I'm thankful that none of you understand the scope of what I was trying to do here, because I never talked about it on stream. I mean, I gave like, I would mention like, oh yeah, I'm working on this, but right, I never truly showed off the scope what I'm working with. And I'm never going to do so. I want that to stay off stream. I want that to be my little secret, alright? Okay, this is annoying me. I need to just okay. So before I begin officially with the E5 project, I just want to bring. Oh shit! I'm covering the chat. Hold up. Myself down a little bit more. Yeah, okay. So before I officially begin the E5 project, you might be wondering, okay, what the hell is this enterbrain logo? Like, I've never seen this before. What is this? Why are there all these things? Like, were these all made by enterbrain?
Chris_Tooley said me when the wheel started baby emoji.
So enterbrain, to cut things really short, to make a long story short, enterbrain is a subsidiary of Kadokawa, right?
At Chris
Whoop.
underscore Thule said me when the wheel
Yeah,
stops
okay,
old man
Chris, yeah.
emoji.
Even bro, come on. Bro, come on. It's not even an hour yet. Most streamers do like a pre-game yap of like an hour before the game actually starts. I'm not gonna be here a whole ass hour. Malone does 2 hours. Come on now. You are not gonna be coming to me talking about, oh, I'm taking up so much time. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so anyway, Enterbrain is a subsidiary of Kadokawa, right? Who a absolutely massive publishing company who also published Tying of the Evil and Overlord, so they're cool in my book. Big corpo good bracket sometimes, close bracket. But more important than that, Enterbrain here, it created Fighter Maker 2. 2D Fighter Maker 2nd, 2002. Right? They also made RPG Maker and Shooting Game Maker and I think there was a third one, Sim Maker, or like some kind of dating sim maker game. I don't remember. I don't remember. But basically, this humble little engine that is incredibly old and kind of almost doesn't quite work with modern computers is attached to things that shaped internet history. Not so much Fighter Maker, but you know, like RPG Maker is made by the same guys, right? Everybody knows Corpse Party or Yume Nikki, or like RPG Maker has its own subculture that is unique to it that influenced other major games, right? And of course, 2D Fighter Maker also has this, but because fighting games are so much more niche than RPGs, that it's a lot less elusive, right? It's a lot more spread out, right? And much like RPG Maker, Fighter Maker here is still being used to this day to create fighting games, right? I've talked a few times about the ENL Hocho Dynamite Bomb remake, which the original version was also this on Fighter Maker. I'm blanking. Chaos Code, the new Chaos Code is a Fighter Maker game. Axel City 2 is a new fighting game. Fighting Maker game, and also Atsuki's Project Zeno, which is being worked on, also a Fighting Maker game. I guess. Anyway, I'm fading. So, I'm not gonna lie, I lost the cliff notes. I made cliff notes of like, oh yeah, I want to cover this. I don't have them. They're fucking gone. My Windows updated, and I don't know where they are. I don't even know if they were saved. Whatever, fuck it. Whatever, fuck it. Spin the wheel. If it's a game I can't stream, I will delete it. I'm gonna delete it anyway, but it's like some of these I can't really. Hold up. Let me. You know what? All right, wheel. What do we got? Wait, hold up. Street Fighter 6. Holy shit. I'm thinking. I think I'll have to double check. I forgot to shuffle. Also, first thing, shuffle. There we go. Okay. So Street Fighter 6. Okay, first things first. I need to check to see if I can actually stream Street Fighter 6. Because some of the Street Fighter games I actually can play on stream. I don't know if 6 is one of them. I think by this point, all of Studio S games have a safe for work mode and a non-safe for work mode. But I just need to check this real quick. Let's see. if I make a second SF6 content caution. So there's the sensor patch, but I don't remember. Let's see. Okay, there's a sensor patch. Okay, is it? All right, I forgot to label this one, so I don't know which one is which. So let me check Google Translate real quick so I can see which one is which. Yeah. Translate. Okay, please overwrite the caution demo file in the folder with the one in the Street Fighter 6 folder. This will remove clothing KO removal, H demo scenes, victory defeat HCGs, and external memory. If you want to revert to the adult version, please overwrite the caution demo file with the one in the original data folder. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I think this is the original data folder, right? I think, because I remember data. Yeah, data. Moto data. Okay, yeah. So that's data. Okay, so that's the horny one. Alright, so if I remove this, so this is ideally, so this should work. Alright, go here, then I go here, overwrite, copy item, yes. Okay. Alright, boot up game. Not on stream just yet. I got old game loud. Vasisomodo. Okay, so how do I... Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. So 1P versus 2P. Click, clack. So all I have to do is just HKO. Oh yeah. Hiya. Wait. Actually, I might as well do this now. Let me do this now. My controller should be pre-hooked to my... It's not hooked. It's not synced. So press the button here and then here. There we go. Joystick support is off. Good. Keyboard set to default. And option game. One round. Did the game crash? Okay, anti-macra. Third-party support. And this is the wrong controller type. I have to go to this one. And I go to this one. This is the correct configuration. Oh! Alright. Preload. Preload. Alright, give me like one additional minute here. This is not the correct configuration. What the hell? Did I wait, no, hold up. ASDQ. Okay, no, this is What the hell? No. ASDQ. What the fuck? What? Hold up. Controller mapping. Yeah, get rid of that. Wait, can I? What? How do I get rid of buttons on this? Okay, wait. Refresh. Update joysticks. 2D fighter make a second. ASDQ. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Okay, you know what? I don't want to deal with this on stream. Let me go to this. Let me go to my backup. Where's JoyToKey? Okay. 2D FM PSX. So this should be ASDQ. So that's 431. ASDQ. WE. Okay, WE, and then where's start button? Start the disc 8. So that's pause. Okay. You know what that? Okay, all right. And this. Yep, that'll work. All right. That'll work. Okay, BG, tech, go back down here, set rounds to 2, gain speed. All right, that's good, that's good, that's good. Joystick off. All right. All right, everything's saved. All right, so I feel like all right. So everything's set up. Okay. Okay. I kind of feel like I shouldn't start with Street Fighter 6 because I forgot to shuffle the wheel. But wrong one. What in the hell? Why isn't it picking up? Here we go. Here it is. Okay, capture audio. So this game's going to be loud because this game is on an old engine and old games are loud. So I'm trusting you, chat, to let me know how much I should lower the volume of this, because I'm not going to be able to tell because it's going to be blaring in my ears the whole stream. So, Studio S.
Street Fighter 6.
Actually, hold up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into practice mode real quick. I'm going to have this play, and I'm going to cross-reference this with my own stream. Where's my YouTube? Where's my YouTube? There it is. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to unmute this so I can hear it, and then I'm going to play this, and I'm going to cross-reference how loud I am compared to the game, which is going to be small, but I need to make sure that I can hear myself. I'm hearing myself now, and that sounds so weird. Okay, testing 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. You know what? That's workable. That's workable. All right, mute my stream again. Okay, so might as well pick protagonist girl to get a. Actually, you know, I'll give a brief run through what's going on here. So, Street Fighter 6, right? Obviously a parody of Street Fighter 6. That's the main gimmick of this sub-series. However, this game here, developed by Studio S, is a parody of not only Street Fighter, but also of a parody of an unrelated, slightly unrelated game called Street Fighter 2, which is made by, I know it was a bootleg. It was a Chinese bootleg game. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember who actually made it. Big Zam would know, but I don't have access to him real quick. Street Fighter 2. What else? DOS? Let me start with DOS. See where I go here. Bootleg Games Wiki. Okay. MS DOS. Gabe failed the fetch. I don't want to play it. I want to read about it. This is on the PC Engine? DOS Game Archive, Internet Archive, Game Facts. Spiders resource. Okay, fuck it. Actually, let me check Street Fighter 2, MS DOS, Big Zam. Yep, there it is, Big Zam, fucking world speedrunner of Street Fighter 2. Fucking shit ass dude. Alright. Yeah. Archive from GameFAQs after their fandom acquisition. Contains original FAQ from 2003, updated guides, new testament, quick reference card, game files. Combo Breaker 2022 Street Fighter 2 Top 4. Yeah, no, Combo Breaker would run something like that, yep. Yeah, sure, fuck it. It's like 1.7 M megabytes. Yeah, sure, I'll download that real quick. Okay. And I reference this. This is taking a long time. This is taking long, this shit to look. Smart. Starter pack. Oh, torrent files. I don't want torrent files. Here we go. Here are the guides that I wanted. PDF file, reference card. I don't need that. FAQs. I just want to see who developed the original game. Anani Mommy. Okay, piss off. PC Engine. Okay, so it is a PC Engine game. I associated it with DOS, but it's a PC Engine game. Okay, aka the TurboGrafx 16. But I want to know who was behind it. We don't have a full story on who actually developed it, but I'm trying to remember. Like it had I at least need a company name, a circle name, right? PC Engine game by Game Express. Yeah, Game Express. I believe it was a Chinese bootleg studio that just made shit. And one of the games they made is Street Fighter 2. You know, I should probably have footage of Street Fighter 2 just to have a bit of context as to where this series comes from specifically. Yeah, give me a second here. Let me pull up some Street Fighter 2 footage. Let me pull up the Combo Breaker footage. Actually, that'd be funny. Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 Combo Breaker. Retro. Where is it? It has to be on YouTube because it's not even that explicit. Review. Street Fighter 2, not what I want. Super Street Fighter 2, 2022. Okay, what if I put Street Fighter 2 in quotations? That should make it easier to find, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, great. What's this? Is this an archive of the tournament?
At Clanker
nice.
Upstairs _
No,
White
PC
said beep.
Engine ROM. That's not gonna help.
At Chris _ Tooley
There's a
said
picture
damn.
for the
Most guys
meetup.
would lose before the
Really?
fight even started.
It's
lol.
not archived?
At Clanker Upstairs _ White said boobs.
Comebreaker 2022. Not Street Fighter. I want Strip Fighter. Wait. No, Spider's Resource. I don't want that. This should not be hard to find. Let me search Big Zam again.
At Chris
like if
_
anybody would
Tooley
have it,
said
Big Zam
feels
would have
like
it.
the refs would ask her to change
Speed run. I
law.
don't care about a speed run, but maybe he might have the archive of combo breaker footage on his channel. Verify your air. Oh, this shit. I'm not doing that. Fuck out of here. Okay, how do I handle this? How do I handle this? Oh, fuck. Right. Yeah, I'm looking up shit here. Clank, Choconnichi, bitch, how you doing? Most guys will lose before the fight starts. Well, the only male in the roster is a sadistic MMA fighter that is really into Riona, so that's not going to be a problem. Because that is Studio S's other hallmark is, what do you think the S stands for? Sadism. Yeah. The most S could change. What about this? Can I play this? You know what? This will work. How much of this is actually the gameplay? Okay, good. This, you know what? This will work. This will work.
I mean, what about...
Wait, I want to. Might as well have the whole video because I want to show. Yeah, that's too much. Okay. This is gonna have to work. This will have to do. Okay, so. Took too long. Okay, so. This right here. This is the original Strip Fighter 2. This is a shit ass bootleg game that was released in Japan only, made by assumably some Taiwanese bootlegging factory or Chinese or something, right? The game is not good. It's, I mean, I guess if you ask Big Zam, he might think it's fascinatingly bad, but the game is bad. It's pure Kuso through and through, and not even the fun kind. I don't think it's fun. I think this game is quite shit. in like the bad way, where like it's not even entertaining in how bad it is. It's just regular bad. But it is a game that exists. It is a parody of Street Fighter 2, made at a time when Street Fighter 2 was just starting to take over the entire world. So like, I mean, look, technically Street Fighter 2 came out in '91, but when we talk about Street Fighter dominance, it kind of began in like '92. It really began in '92 with Champion Edition and like and Hyper Fighting that came out, I think, in '93 as well. That beefed up the speed of the game, gave a lot of like the real big expansion pack, right? But anyway, yeah, it is a very deliberate parody of Street Fighter 2. A lot of the characters, although their designs aren't all that. I mean, they're pretty generic designs, but they're not one-to-one parallels with the Street Fighter 2 roster. So they're at least that going for it, right? If you see the whole roster, you'll be able to see some of the parallels very quickly, right? But not all of them, which I think is good, right? Yeah, fucking Medusa over here, right? Wait, one for Blaze like Bella. Oh, that's not the whole roster. Wait, I need to go back. Wait, where's Yuki? There's that's Yuki. Okay, never mind. Okay, so on a very basic level, right? Yuki here. She is the Ryu. Martha over here. No, Amanda. Not Martha. Martha is the one over here with the mohawk. This is Amanda. She's the grappler. She's your Zangief. I'm probably going to do this bit by bit, right? Bella here is kind of interesting, actually, because she doesn't really have a direct parallel with any of the Street Fighter characters. And she has an air fireball, which at the time is actually very novel. Because I don't think Capcom had air fireballs in a game until Children of the Atom. And it wasn't in a Street Fighter game until like the crossover games, right? So, or rather, yeah, the crossover games. Yeah, Marvel 1. I mean, if we're talking about like official like Street Fighter characters, right? So Bella has no real parallel, but she has an air fireball, and that's pretty cool. Martha, she's your Guile. Medusa is the Dhalsim. She has the snake that she uses to attack with, right? Kind of Dhalsim. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forget what Nina's role is. I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot what Nina does. So her parallel is something that I don't remember, right? But anyway, fast forward over here. So anyway, this is a game that exists. You can see the quality of it. I don't even have to give you any audio. You can see it with your eyes. The level of quality that this game is. Oh, she has that. I guess Nina's the Chun-Li of the game, since she has an equivalent to a spinning bird kick, I guess. What is that? What is this? What is this? Okay, if I had to take a guess, I'm assuming this is what happens when gets hit out of a throw. This looks like a throw and an attack hit on the exact same frame, and I'm guessing that's what happened. Because I can't think of any other... Like, off the top of my head, I can't think of any other situation in which that would happen. Ugh. Anyway, horny garbage. Street Fighter 2 knockoff. It's not shown here to keep the video on web YouTube. But when you beat a girl, you get a you get an MCG for every girl you beat, and a girl that may or may not be the girl that you fought in a various state of undress, sometimes completely naked, sometimes not. It is a formula that that persisted in a lot of horny fighting games at the time. Street Fighter is not the first of its kind, and it certainly wasn't the last. Even if we're ignoring these 2D fighter games, there's a couple of them. There's a couple others too, that some of which are actually pretty good. I think Ningyo Sky 2 is genuinely a good fighting game that just kind of runs at a bad frame rate, but that is a horny fighting game. But you can turn it off, so it's fine. Valkyrie the Power Beauties is another one that I think is genuinely pretty good, if it wasn't for the fact that it runs on an underpowered PC, so it kind of runs at a bad frame rate. But even outside of that, I think it controls like a normal fighting game. And the sprites are pretty cool, and the music's good. The designs are okay. Anyway, back to the character select screen here. So, this is Street Fighter 2. You've seen it with your eyes, right? So, Studio S is a development team that makes a lot of games. Like, genuinely a lot of games. I don't know how big the team is. I know it's a small team, but I don't know the exact number. But it's a small team made by people that like two things. Number one are fighting games, and number two is Riona. Now, whether it's a genuine fetish for Riona or if it's like, oh, I'm being edgy, I don't know for sure. I don't really care. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me, right? But Studio... can I pull... Wait a minute. Does Studio S have a Twitter? Let me check. I need to check if Studio S has a Twitter. I genuinely don't know. No, wait, no, they have one. It's Studio Shin. Studio Shin. No, not Shin Studio. Studio Shin. Different. That is not what I'm looking for. Studio Shin, that's not what I want either. What about this one? That's also not what I want. Where the fuck do I find these guys? Let me check Street Fighter. Because I know I have seen their Twitter before. Street Fighter 6. Just for Street Fighter 6, let's try that. As a 6, yeah, I wouldn't be expecting. I'm getting a lot of Street Fighter 6 stuff. Yeah, it's not what I want. How do I find this? I want to try something else. What if I try Climax Champions? No. Okay. What about Akume? Akume Miku. Akume Iku. That might bring something up. Alright, it brings up the character, but does it bring up... One of them will have to bring up the... Utao voice bank. I'm alone like that, I think. Akuma from Street Fighter. That's not what I want. Princess Nicest Riona? This is proving to be more difficult than I expected. I didn't have any problem finding this in my real account when I was looking this shit up like last year. What if I just put okay, Studio S, Fighter Studios, Crime Fighters, Guile. The hell is this? Saturday AM Battle in Apple. Is this a manga or a game? What is this knockoff fucking My Hero shit? Yeah, I am not finding this stuff, man. Oh no, this is different. That's different, but I'll save that tab. Yeah, no, I can't find this shit. Yeah, no, I have to search this up on my actual real account in order to find this stuff. So for now, just get rid of this. Wait, I'll try one last thing. Studio S DL site in Twitter. Let's try that. No, just getting advertisements for other games. Okay, oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright. I tried. And that's all I can say. Is that if... Wait, hold up. If I... Wait, let me check Utao again. Because Akame Iku does show up here. But does it provide lore on where Akame Iku came from? Akume. Nope, it doesn't. Alright. Didn't work. Alright. Alright. Excellent fucking start. Excellent start. Fuck it out. Okay. Okay, so all that to pull up nothing. Alright. Granted, I'm on the clock. So okay. So Street Fighter 2 was a game that came out. Studio S, a small development team called Studio S that specialized in making just having kind of a shotgun approach to game design. They just put out shit, and if it does well enough, they just put out another one, right? And they've done that for a while, even before they started making Street Fighter. But Street Fighter was like one of their a runaway success for them, and they just kept making more and more and more of them to coincide with whatever was the modern version of Street Fighter, to the extent that when a new Street Fighter game releases, Studio S immediately starts working on making a Street Fighter parody of it. It's quite funny. So this has been a consistent thing that he's been doing, that the team has been doing since like Street Fighter 4. There is a Street Fighter 3 remake that is meant to be like, oh, what if Street Fighter was on an NES, right? Like, what was if it was an NES bootleg? Kind of bring it almost back to its origin as a PC engine shovelware game. Not quite, but close, right? But anyway, I had a bridge that I wanted to go here before I got to the next thing, but I don't remember what it was, so I'm gonna ignore it. So, the Street Fighter games vary in quality. Some of them are genuinely really good fighting games. Some of them are curiosities. Some of them are bad, right? As the series gets more, as the games get more and more recent, the Street Fighter games become more and more like just genuinely good fighting games. There's still a little bit of jank as to how Studio S likes to design their fighting games that kind of prevents them from breaking that top echelon, but they're fun enough what they are. Even if you get rid of the horn, even if you get rid of the pornographic content in it. But anyway, so for Street Fighter 6 carries on. Because it is a parody of whatever Street Fighter is doing at the time, this game does have a time skip, and it has a smaller roster compared to what Street Fighter 5 was, right? So here we have Yuki. Yuki, as you were able to see, is from Street Fighter 2. Every Street Fighter game will have Yuki in it because she is kind of meant to be the representative of Street Fighter 2, and she's also your basic slightly spicy Shoto, actually. She is a Shoto, but her moveset is actually only slightly slightly different from it's slightly different from Ryu. Her fireball travels along the ground instead of in midair, and her Tatsu equivalent has her going in an arc instead of going straight across, which can lead to devious cross-ups. It's quite fun. She's actually quite fun. But yeah, Yuki, yeah, she is the protagonist of Studio S's Street Fighter games. I don't know who the protagonist of the original Street Fighter 2 was, but it doesn't really matter. In these games, it's Yuki. And one of my favorite things about the Street Fighter games that Studio S makes is that they will cram in a bunch of fighting game cameos of not only other developers, but they will also reference very hyper-specific characters from hyper-specific games that most people would not know. Like, really inside baseball characters. I'm hoping that I get to play Street Fighter 5 as part of this relatively soon, because I could fill up a whole stream just talking about the roster of that game without even playing it. Oh no, my Switch fell over. It's fine. It's fine. It was a cell phone. Okay, so Yuki, protagonist girl, right? You're real big. Mihu,
Street Fighter 6.
Might as well do this, right? Right? Up next, we have Mifuyu. Mifuyu is the Sakura of this game. She's a little bit Sakura, a little bit Yuri Sakazaki, as you can tell by the outfit. I haven't actually played her because I believe that she's Yuri. I believe that she plays more like Yuri, which you might be able to tell due to the bodysuit because that's very much a Yuri kind of thing. But yeah, she is kind of meant to be I'm assuming that she's kind of meant to be like the Luke of the game, of like, yeah, she's your Shoto, she's your new generation Shoto, but takes liberties more from Yuri Sakazaki of SNK rather than Luke of Street Fighter 6, right? As like the new Shoto protagonist, right? Daughter of Yuki. I don't remember how or why or when that happened, but I know that's a bit of lore. I don't remember all the lore, but that's one very specific thing that I remember. Rosa. So this character, Rosa, is the daughter of Martha, who in Street Fighter 2 was the Guile character, right? Specifically a Muay Thai, a Guile charge type character with Muay Thai, because she had really long legs. She did like really long Muay Thai kicks and stuff. And Rosa here is her daughter, right? More or less the same in terms of like how the character plays, but it's like, yeah, it's the new generation of this old character, right? Most of this roster here are actually is basically like the offspring of the Street Fighter 2 roster. Up next, Pork Miku, who is not directly related, but trained under Amanda of Street Fighter 2. And again, this is your grappler, this is the Zangief of the game. I don't remember which version of Zangief this Pork Maki takes inspiration from. I mean, obviously going to be mostly Street Fighter 6, right? Mostly, but not always. These characters are meant to be parallels, or at least parodies of Street Fighter characters, but they do not play entirely the same. Street Fighter has its own gameplay legacy that is different from Street Fighter. Anna. So Anna here, daughter of Nina from Street Fighter 2. And also a very cheeky reference to Tekken because of Nina Williams and Anna Williams. Because I believe Anna is the younger sister of Nina. And you know what? That's a cheeky reference. I'll take it. I like it. Arisa. So, new character. This is a new character to Street Fighter 6. She is, if you're not able to tell, she is kind of meant to be the Maritza of the game, the big buff woman. Hits like a fucking truck character. Although, instead of being a big body like armor striker, Arisa here is actually a grappler. She is also a grappler. So this game has two grapplers, which is it's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Although maybe Arisa here is actually going to be a amalgamation of both Maritza and Manon. Maybe. Big lady, but also a grappler, like Manon was. I don't know. I haven't figured out. S. The enigmatic S. So this guy S, is a Street Fighter, really a Studio S legacy character. This guy shows up in everything. This is kind of their mascot character. He shows up in every game. MMA fighter, absolutely brutal. Beats the shit. The ultimate woman respecter, right here. If you've played any of the games, you'll know this. And he's got a little bit of Ryu trim, and he's got a beard. His clothes are a bit more faded out, a bit dirtier looking. Right? And here's another Street Fighter staple character. This one is androgynous. So, in Street Fighter 4, which I would like to remind you was the first Street Fighter game that Studio S developed, they had a final boss character that was Succubus. Succubus, which is this demon thing, who's I completely forget. It'll come to me. It'll come to me at some point. But this fucking demon thing that attacks with like tentacles that spit acid cum. I forget the specific gameplay inspiration of this character, but this character does show up in all of the Street Fighter games. In Street Fighter 4, it was Succubus. Street Fighter 5 had Incubus, and in Street Fighter 6 we have Androgynous, which makes me wonder what's gonna happen with Street Fighter 7. But whatever, we ain't gotta worry about that just yet. So that's our roster. They're very scant 8 fighters. But again, Studio S crams these things out. They really crank these games out. Studio S is always on the thing, Studio S is always working on something. Actually, I'll have to wait. Because he has been working on something, and I have that thing that he's working on. I do have the new game he was working on, but I can't stream it. I'll have to see if he made a version of it that's safe for work. But he did make a Fatal Fury parody game, because City of the Wolves, because he likes Fatal Furies, so he made a Fatal Fury parody game based on City of the Wolves. Instead of Garo Densetsu, it's Meikyo Densetsu. It's Fatal Fury, but all the characters are Fudas. That's the big gimmick. So I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to. I don't know if there is any possible way that he could censor that enough to the point that it would be able to be played on stream. I might have. I'll say, oh, I'll talk about it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna annoy him with my bullshit. But yeah, that's what Sirius has been working on. I don't know what he's been working on after that, because again, he's always making something. And Mega Kill Densetsu is already out, so I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's updating Street Fighter 6. Maybe he's making a new game. I don't know, but the guy is always busy with something. I appreciate his work ethic. I hope he doesn't die in 5 years due to overwork. Anyway. Protagonist character. I don't remember which color I want to pick. You know what? Green's a good color. Character story that I can't read. How to play. So we got dashes, basic control scheme, throwing, impact. It's a parody of Street Fighter 6, so it has the drive mechanic. Although I think this game, I don't remember. I think this game combines the drive mechanic and the super meter into one thing. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played this. Oh, I gotta move my mouse off the screen. Here's some shit I can't read. That's basically explaining the new mechanics of the game. And now we've hiked home.
Ready. Fight.
What? Wait. My controls are wrong. My buttons are wrong.
Street Fighter 6.
My buttons are wrong.
Ready. Fight.
My buttons are wrong. Wait, I know what's happening. Because I was wondering, like, why my controllers were why my buttons were fucked up when I already have established layouts for all of my controllers so that they work perfectly. So I was like, what's happening? And I remember it's Steam. Steam input was fucking with my controller. Actually, if it is fixed, then I should be able to go to anti-macro and have it completely fixed, right? Wrong layout. Yep, there it is. Pop, pop, pop. Throw. Parry. Yep, the S parry. And that's the drive impact equivalent. It's better than drive impact, actually. I tested this. Not only do you have the armor of drive impact, but also the startup of the attack itself, like the startup of the attack after the armor, is actually invincible. So you could actually use it to blow through things that in Street Fighter 6 would get you clocked in the mouth for. It's kind of funny. Let's throw. Straight up Shinshoryu. Oh, okay, I see. So the... Okay, so the S, so the strip letters. The strip letters is your actual super move. Okay, I see. Wait, what's the angle on this? That's enough fucking. Alright, I'm fucking around too much. Alright, time to actually get this thing started.
Street Fighter 6.
Okay. Any last change on me? Wait, what are my fights do? That works. I might have to make the background transparent though. Actually, let me move my fight stick up here. Put it over here, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Alright. I wasted an hour on bullshit, but now we're here. Now we can play game. Yellow. Not a fan of yellow, should have stuck with green. But I don't know which button is assigned to which color.
Ready. Fight.
Air throw. Alright. Starting up. Yeah, this is Yuri. This is Yuri Sakazaki straight up. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, I attacked that. I swear my life went. Not a cross up. Understood. Not a cross up button. Where's the cross up button? Probably jump in. Yeah, probably jump in, yep. Oh, nice. She gets the Ryu wind pose. Arms folded, wind blowing. Nice. I always love that wind pose. Ooh! Is that an overhead? Oh, yep, there it is. Yep. Not a cross up still. Or maybe I just mistimed the jump angle.
Ready. Fight.
This looks like Valo. Well, it doesn't look like Valo, but oh, the cross up. When in doubt, reversal DP. 80% of the time works half the time.
Ready. Fight.
Even from that far across the oh, too far.
At At Amanda Splats said Strip Fighter.
Ready.
A
I wonder if
game
this
with a
bikini
grapple
armor
named
that
Amanda.
Maki's wearing
FFF.
probably, but I can't place it myself. Ooh, fireball? Not across it. Does she not have cross anymore?
Ready.
Should fight a game with a grapple? Well, if it makes you feel any better, Splats, Amanda is not in both of the Street Fighter games. At least in the Studio S one. Studio S one, she's only in a couple. Let's time that. What is it?
また戦いましょう。
Oh, where have I heard this?
Ready.
Before? I know I recognize this song. I don't remember. Not a link. Was that a hit? Or did I just fuck that up? Oh, that's really shallow, actually.
At JP's it said Choco.
Does Yuki not have a cross-up in this game? Super. Wasn't even a combo. Just ate that shit.
At Amanda Splat said for some reason I think you and Malone could run sets for this game.
JPZ, Choconnichi, how you doing? For some reason you think you need to look at my sets. Most. I think. I mean, we could. 2D Fighting Maker games do have a Netplay client called Lilithport, which allows for online play. It's pretty decent. But I need to use 5C more. That's a genuinely good one.
また
Put the
戦い
stop
ましょう。
sign on him. I forget if Arisa has like Marisa. Oh hey, look. Here's your main Amanda.
At Amanda Splat said Sup Malone and Raiders. At Malone Kara said Yo Yo.
Ah, miss out the DP.
At Amanda Splat said we were just talking about you. At Malone Kara said oh
Okay,
shit
it's fine.
Strip Fighter.
It's fine.
いい勝負でした。
Yee, 勝負でした. Hey Malone, Choconnichi, what bitch, how you doing? Street Fighter. Yep. Oh! The wheel landed on Street Fighter, so I'm playing Street Fighter. Oh! Ah, miss time. Grab it. You grab it. Nope. Eat that. Dead.
At Malone Kara said any yabs yet cheeky smiley face.
Any abs yet? No, I made sure to play the censored version. That's so fucking fast.
At Malone
I'm kind of shocked
Kara
because I don't know
said
head. I'm not gonna lie. Oh god, he's got electrics! Landed on the fireball. Good shit. Nice. GG.
いい勝負でした
No chicken blocking in this game.
Ready.
I can't believe. Man, Alpha 3 is such a weird ass fucking game when you compare it to every other Street Fighter game. Ooh! Ugh! Eh. What? Ah! That super has so... The range is so much smaller than I thought.
Ready.
But what if I just did it again? Oh! Oh, that's how I cross up. And here's the boss, Androgenes. Whoa! That here reminds me of another character.
Ready.
I wonder if there's lore behind this. Ooh! Ooh! These anti-airs though. Button. Button.
いい勝負でした
5Cs. Really good actually.
Ready.
Not cancelable, but just generally just good poke. Ooh! Yeah, that happens sometimes. It's the trade. Wait, I'm done. I'm not using the...
At Amanda Splats asks is Succubus the final boss in all the games?
Yup. Yup, you can use the armor to just completely ignore supers. It's so good.
また戦いましょう
God, imagine if Drive Impact in Street Fighter 6 let you just remove, just nullify supers. That's crazy. Is Succubus the final boss of all? A version, yes. Succubus is the boss of 4, Incubus is the boss of 5, and Androgynous is the boss of 6. And there's the ending that was removed because it's not safe for work. And even in I believe, yeah, in Street Fighter Zero, Succubus is also the boss of that one. But because it's a prequel, it's Lolly Succubus, which is just hey, Lilliput. There it is. Online programmer Yamadaya. Visualization. Long Bite 1. Why couldn't you? Oh, it's online, not for the game itself, right? And me, Gurizuribu! Yeah! Gurizuribu's cool. He makes... He's a monster girl fucker. I can't read that. Yeah, he makes, like, some of the most, like... he makes monster girl fighting games. Emphasis on the monster part. Very imaginative, actually. He's really cool. Oh?
Ready. Fight.
Oh, I must defeat myself. Or maybe it's a new letter. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, trade! Oh! But that's so active. Wait a minute.
いい勝負でした。
Ready. Fight.
Ooh! What if I just reverse this? Ah! That should not have worked. Ah! Sweet. The scrub special. Ooh! Got him! So now I have the mirror match. Now what? I guess it's just a whole new ladder. Or maybe it's difficulty up. I'll run this up, see what happens.
Ready. Fight.
Into the air. Ooh, okay. Ooh, instant air dive kick. Love to see it. Oh! I forgot about the wall bounce. I have to make sure not to skip too fast because it might crash again.
Ready. Fight.
動作球可動拳はい可動拳出てみやがれほら動作球可動拳出てみやがれ
Ooh, nice.
入団動作球出てみやがれ可動拳可動拳動作球動作球入団動作拳はい可動拳じゃあ行きますはいはい
Too far for that button to hit.
いい勝負でした
The way
Ready.
DI works in this game, I feel like it's the way people think DI works in Street Fighter 6. I mean, I guess it is. I'm checking it out too. Like,
動作球
if it worked this way in Street Fighter 6, that would be absolutely busted.
動作球
And arguably a fun way.
Chris underscore two
Definitely
said
less
if I had
similar.
eyes looks last thing I do is
It'd be
street
better
fighting
though.
all.
はい可動拳
At Chris underscore two said give me my model
Probably
career.
too far.
入団入団シャシャはい入団入団動作球シャシャ
Wow, that hit. I didn't think I would combo.
また戦いましょう
Ready. Fight.
動作球そりゃそりゃ動作球動作球動作球そりゃ動作球動作球動作球
Wow, nice super dipshit. I wonder if you should be able to combo in the super.
そりゃ動作球そりゃ動作球そりゃ負けたっす
And IS looks
いい勝負でした
Street Fighter. Give me a model career.
Ready.
Well, to be fair, a lot of fighting game characters tend to have fighting as like a side hustle. So I don't know. She might be. Maybe she is an actress. We don't know, or a model. We don't know. I don't know. You might know if you can read Japanese. I can't. Ah, fuck that up. Ooh, wait, Link. Wrong button. Shit. Ow, boo. I wasn't expecting to get the full hit, but I thought at least the upper part would hit. Or maybe it's
Ready.
maybe.
Fight.
Jab in the super. Go. That chokes. All right, yeah. And also has a little bit of Sophia from Toshinden. She has the thunder ring. Yeah. Sundari. Dry. Maybe it's called S Impact on
いい
here.
勝負でした
S Impact.
Ready.
It is annoying me that I cannot remember where I heard this.
At Amanda Splat said this song is a banger.
They're all in my way. Alright. I see you again. DB. Ow! Fighting the enemies in the same order too. That's a little bit unfortunate. Uh-oh. Wow, that didn't come out? Really? Ooh. Walk, jump, leap forward, command room.
Ready. Fight.
Anti-air throw. Let's see. Oh, I crossed myself up. Right. I keep forgetting about the moments.
Ready. Fight.
Okay, that's how I do it. Alright. Uh-oh. I'm dead. I wonder if he does the thing. Kinda, yeah.
Ready. Fight.
Signed it.
いい勝負でした。
Ready. Fight.
Command grab. Yeah, so that's the end of my 1cc.
本当の地獄はこれからだぜ。
Continue? Yeah, sure. I want to see what happens.
Ready. Fight.
洞察球チッアッやっチッチッアッアッ洞察球はいチッチッアッ握りました
Okay, so I can. Oh, nice. Now don't die. Don't fuck this up. Yeah, eat shit. Uh-oh. Okay, you didn't fuck it up.
いい勝負でした
Ready.
I'll just do I have a attainment meter in between rounds? I have never.
Ready.
No. Okay. Spin it. Spin it if you got it.
洞察球洞察球チッチッ洞察球洞察球
Oh shit! Game.
At Amanda's flat, this guy's a problem.
Nice. Dead. If I'd done that a frame later, I would have died. Well, I would have gotten hit, but I don't know if I'd have died.
また戦いましょう
Ready.
Intro this time. So maybe this is kind of DX.
At Amanda's flat said nice upper.
I'm dead. Not dead, huh? Ow.
Ready. Fight.
At Malone Kara said I just realized she has some of Ivy's moveset.
Realize there's some Ivy's moves. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. Game's fine. I was worried the game was gonna crash. Some Ivy's moveset.
Ready. Fight.
動作中
Yeah, that move. Yeah, this. I mean, associated with Zato, but yeah, I see where you're going. Ugh!
動作中 動作中
Ash. Dash right into it. Stupid bitch.
いい勝負でした。
Ready. Fight.
Yep. I keep trying to cancel this Crosby into the top to try and jump over it. It's not working. Ow!
動作球
They're still doing it again, you stupid.
また戦いましょう。
So now what happens? Okay. Thank you for playing. Very nice.
Street
At
Fighter
Malone
6.
Kara said nice.
Alright, so question is now what? Do I play with another character? Do I do it? Oh yeah. And thank you, Malone.
行きます。
You know what? I'm gonna give me some water and I'll play it.
一番するは
Watch mode. Most games don't even have this. So I'll play a demo match while I go get some water.
Ready.
いい勝負でした。
Ready. Fight.
そんなに弱くて恥ずかしくないの？
Where's my control? There it is. And I'm back. So, it's not accepting my inputs. Wait, let me check my. No, macro.
Street Fighter 6.
Anyway, that's the end of. Okay, so I honestly haven't decided what I'm gonna do after this. I mean, I guess it would do well to keep the E5 project streams short, so I could just like bang one out like real easy, and then move on to something else. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me in this moment. I'll probably change it later, but as of right now, that sounds like a good idea. So, well, first of all, let me see if anyone else is live. If not, I don't mind us streaming more, but I want to at least end this in the YouTube stream because I want to keep. I want to start segmenting my if I'm starting a stream based on a theme, I want to keep it that way for the whole stream, and then I could just build up a new one. Because I feel like that's what I don't know. I feel like that's easy. It's easy to organize. Easy for me to note of. It's easy for me to organize, right? Okay, first things first. Anybody else live? Let's see. No. Wait, let me double check, because YouTube sometimes doesn't update me on these things. So let me try it this way. Oh shit. Oh shit. Mixie's. Oh, Mixie's on. And she's simulcasting too. Okay, that's good. That's good. I never told her, but I ain't gonna be watching no fucking streams on my phone. Which is why I haven't been paying any attention at all to Irium, despite the fact that Mix is part of Irium now. But whatever. Mix is moving up. Good on her. Mixing. So I'll send you. Okay, so I'll send you all the mixing. I guess Fearborn now, but she always gonna be mixing to me. Okay, let's see. All right, go here. Copy link. All right. I go here. Send the link over this way on, not on this one, on this one, YouTube. Bam. It should work. Yep.
At Choco_Minato send a link.
Yep, it does. All right. All right. Okay, so that's the end of me. I have been Choco Minato, FlaVR's forgetful, finding fanatic. Actually living up to my name this time. Nice. And now I'm reminding you that time is the only currency that you cannot refund.
At Amanda
So
Splat
anybody
said
that's spent your
Atsu
time here, an hour,
Choco.
a minute, a second, I don't care how long, I want to thank you, and I want to tell you not to cash out too early. And since I'm kind of sending you off to somebody else, I don't feel like I could. Oh,
At Malone Kara said
Encoding
Atsu
overload.
Choco 07.
ah, man, something else I gotta keep a hold of. Okay. Encoding over. Okay, wait. Before I leave, before I end the stream, how has actually been the stream from your perspective? Like, has it been laggy or hitching or stuttering at any point? Because OBS says I have an encoding overload, but from what I can tell, the stream itself has been doing fine. Well, actually, for that, let me actually check my YouTube. There it is again. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain stream. Okay, wait, no, but I got that just now though. Because when I checked earlier, it was fine. Twitch is unstable. Kick seems fine. The Twitch is unstable. YouTube. God damn it. All right. So I still have more troubleshooting to do after this. All right. Well, okay. For now, that's been the end of me. So I'll see you all later.